Hey YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. These days, there's nothing more hard-earned than being a homeowner. With student loans, low wages, and the economy the way it is, buying a house is a huge step for anyone. So I feel like now is the time to make a list that any homeowner can get behind. After you've worked that hard to get something, when someone comes and tries to take it away, even for a lot of money, you're really going to think twice. Meet these top 10 stubborn homeowners who just wouldn't move. But before we get started, why not become an archivist today by clicking that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. If you end up enjoying this video, let us know by giving it a thumbs up, and in the comment section, tell us about something that you refuse to do. Number 10. Chinese motorway plus house. This Chinese homeowner downright refused to sell the house to developers of a motorway. But wait, aren't developers of a new motorway the government? If they refuse the government, even more kudos to them. Apparently, they've been telling the developers that they've been thinking about it for years now. Yeah, no rush, buddy. We'll just build around you. No pressure at all. Number 9. Up. Did you ever see the movie Up? This was the house it was all based on. Edith Macefield's Seattle home, for which she was offered over $1 million to move. She completely refused, so they built the project around her house, which was over 100 years old. It's no wonder she became a hero, not just for neighbors, but for the very developers that built around her. Now the whole world knows her story and her strength. Number 8. Mary Cook. Sometimes the tough road to denying some powerful developers what they want, especially while they're offering you handfuls of money and everyone around you is giving in, is especially hard. You go to sleep every night thinking of the what-ifs. But Mary Cook had her heart set on keeping her home, and the result is the stuff of children's books. Perseverance is the key in this story, and look at the beautiful result. Number 7. Melbourne. It's crazy to see these upscale real estate developments take the hit of a small part of their land not being sold to them. In Melbourne, Australia, this owner refused the offer and ended up with a pretty funky neighbor. The house looks like many others in Melbourne, same style and aesthetic, but the way it's framed now, well, who wouldn't want to live there? Maybe he was right to refuse. The result is better than what he could have achieved buying an expensive house elsewhere in the city. Number 6. Under a bridge. If on a first date you said you live under a bridge, 9 out of 10 people will get up immediately. Nice to meet you, Joe. See you in the next life. But that one person who will stay, they might be well worth what you're going to show them. This brilliant house under the bridge they built over you because they had no other choice, because you stood your ground, Joe, and now you have the coolest house around. Is his real name Joe? Who knows? I don't even know if it's a man. Regardless, this is cool. Number 5. Leave it to DC. DC definitely would push the limits of the law to the point where developers have no choice but to build around the homes that refuse to sell. Yet they killed it again. At this point, you don't know if you'd rather rent in the new development or get one of those cool houses in the front. Maybe that's why developers don't like it, or because they want all of their land. Number 4. I'd make the trip. If being this guy, you can get enough press coverage, your stubbornness will definitely pay off. Imagine, he's worked in this coffee shop for almost 50 years, and all of a sudden, things in the neighborhood start moving further into the big cities. Well, that wasn't going to be him. He held his ground, even keeping the cafe. And look at him now. Would you head there just to see the person with that much willpower and tenacity? I would. Number 3. I'm a college boy. To go back to the years of living on campus when everything was easy. Well, this guy did it. When Randall Acker refused to sell his home in downtown Portland, Portland State University shrugged it off and built dorms around him. He went from just another day in the neighborhood to frat parties every night. Just kidding. I'm sure that university is super wholesome and that everyone just goes to sleep at 10 p.m., even middle-aged Randall. Yeah, right. Now he just hears this all the time. So you live on campus, but you're not a student? That's right. Number 2, rise against. Sometimes small acts become national symbols. Much like we saw before, these homeowners refused to sell to the government as they paved a highway around them. The best part? The homeowners eventually left, but the houses stayed as a tribute to the courage they had to stand up to the government. They became a symbol against developers that know nothing about how sentimental owning a home full of memories can be. Number 1, let's go halves. When what you own isn't a home per se, but half a duplex, standing your ground against developers can become quite complicated, but nothing like a complicated situation to force people to be more creative. After all this, they just cut the thing in half. Now it may look a little strange, but boy, there's nothing like it for an icebreaker. Thanks for watching. Would you like to live in any of these houses? Would you leave your home for a fair price from a developer? Let us know which ones in the comments and why. Hey, there's no getting around it. If you want to be notified when new videos from us are developed and uploaded, be sure to subscribe, click the bell, and please give this video a like.